Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Munich for today's daily challenge. We have only one of everything. We start with one of each upgrade and no further upgrades are offered. And it's double trouble. And right off the bat, immediately, first thing we have to do is use our one and only bridge. Because we're only going to get one, and we start on one. There's a river right here, Munich. Munich, this is mean. You do understand how this counts as mean, right? What you're doing is mean. You know what? Let's future-proof this a little bit. I think it might be better if we have, we plan on having a roundabout or something here for folks up north to come meet this road, and maybe the bridge should start here. So we're going to do that. Only one of everything. You only get one bridge, but it's Munich. So, of course. Oh, good morning, Leah Fireheart. Good to see you here. We got a pink spawn right here. Hopefully the other pink house just comes right over. Okay, fine. You know what? This works. You three can shoot up there. That'll be okay. This is awkward and bad, but what are you going to do? Actually, I won't even be able to turn this into a roundabout. I'll have to, you know what I'll have to do? I'll have to do more future-proofing. Hold on. Hold the phone. There we go. Okay. Now we can stick the inevitable roundabout right here and get more cars over the river without using a motorway. Jeez. 20 more road tiles. Here we go. How are the levels? My mic's good. Pretty solid. Peaking just below that red, maybe a little tiny bit into it. That's what we like to hear. And it seems like the Spotify's at a solid enough level. Fine. Everything's good. Everything's good, Goog. Stop worrying. Never. Never. You go over to there, and now we have... Ooh. Alright, well, this is going to require some minor restructuring. Don't make me laugh so hard I crash. That's not on me, Leah. That's not on me at all. You're the one who has such good wireless and connectivity everywhere you go. Or maybe you just have one of those fancy car Wi-Fi hotspots. That's probably the case. You probably have one of those fancy cars that has a Wi-Fi hotspot in it. That does make for a nice fancy driving experience, it must be said. All right, you, Mr. Pink Guy, come over to here. You go over to there. So we've got two of these Cosmo and Wanda plazas right next to each other. This little stretch of road right here is going to be a clusterfuck and probably actually the thing that kills us now that I think of it. All of these greens and pinks coming out of here, running into each other, trying to get into one business. The concept of 1B, 1R is just absolutely and completely dead at the moment. This is 4 business, 2 color, 1 road. That's what we have. All right. You go up there. You go up here. You know what I missed? And this is something that I've missed more than just for the off season, because I really didn't do it much at all last year. I've missed just kind of having baseball on in the background. I don't know what it was or why, all of the major problems with Major League Baseball are still present. You know, part of the reason the lockout had such a frustrating effect on me personally was that the resolution didn't actually solve any of the major problems facing Major League Baseball. It just kind of continued the status quo and pushed a tiny bit more money in a direction that doesn't really make sense. And yet, despite these problems, I find myself watching more baseball this year. I'm actually having baseball games on in the background, which is nice. Good morning, Ghosty! Now, here's an important question, because I have seen your Discord activity. Are you awake or still awake? Because those are 2 very different states of being. I don't want to throw any shade, and maybe I should just shut up. but I have a suspicion that Parlor Ghosty is still awake rather than just awake. And yet, it is still good to see Ghosty here. Let's drop some ghosties in the chat. Ghosties for Ghosty. Drop those ghosts in the chat if you got them. Lies. You slept. Oh, good. Oh, good. Hey, listen. You don't get to control how long you slept. And I suppose if I'm approaching it from that angle, you don't actually get to control whether you sleep either. So I am glad you were here, Ghost. I hope you are doing well. Ghosty had a very productive day yesterday, and anyone who points out that yesterday was also the day that Final Fantasy XIV had 24-hour maintenance, and those two facts may be correlated, is disowned. That's what happens to them. They get disowned. I don't know how you get disowned by a Twitch channel, but I'll figure it out. Saw what time it was and came to yell at you in person for your puns. No, that was a good pun. I can't possibly retell that joke on Twitch because, well, I mean, given how many times I say fuck, there's no reason. I was going to say this is a family show, but this is not a family show. Let's be honest with ourselves. Dirty little secret of the _Goog. I should be clicking the "This channel is reserved for mature audiences" button, but I don't because I want the views, and I'm afraid I won't get the views. But yeah. Anyway, let's move Motorway numero uno down to here, and now this is a roundabout. There. This is a roundabout. Blues have to go all the way through this awful neighborhood and then up past these two plazas through another small neighborhood into a roundabout, up and over to here just to get over to this one business. So, listen, that seems like a long-term tenable solution. I don't see how anyone could have a problem with that. Who would have a problem with that? I don't have a problem with that. Do you have a problem with that? I certainly don't have a problem with that. Oh, that's right. Things can go circular. As far as Twitch streams go, I'd say you're pretty family friendly. Well, I mean, it depends on what upsets you, I suppose. Like, if you're worried about, blood gushing out of enemies and horrible, awful violence and that sort of thing, not going to find it on the _Goog. If you're wondering about, let's just encapsulate this general thing to anything you would see at twitch.tv/Amaranth. You're not going to find most of that here at the _Goog. And listen, I don't mean to insult Amaranth. I don't mean to constantly use her as the example of Twitch streamers who elicit reactions from their viewers. But listen, she knows her appeal, and she works it, and she makes an awful lot of money doing it. So good on her. Get that bag, etc. Where was I going with this? You would give your phone to a toddler and let the Goog entertain them. I appreciate that. People who care more about exceedingly blue language and the occasional dildo pun, they might have different thoughts, but hey, to each their own. You remember earlier in the episode when I mentioned that this corridor right here was going to be the thing that killed everything? Well, gestures vaguely at everything and how it's dying. Is there anything I can do to fix this? I mean, I could. I don't know. Actually, given how it's currently structured, if I tear down everything, everything dies. That's just like, if I tear everything down, something's going to die, and that's going to be a problem. So, let's start from that basis. Maybe if we... Toddlers are stupid. That's true. Toddlers are very stupid. Why don't we examine this? Now, I do have a traffic light. If I take a traffic light and pull down here, but nobody's going to actually take the road down here, is the problem. And if I run the road down here, then... Well, if I run the whole road down here, we're getting into the area of tearing down everything, because it would be tearing down this bridge, which is functionally everything. Right? Doot, doot, doot. While we're here, let's just rearrange some deck chairs. And do that, and do that, and get this green into this clusterfuck, right? But the problem I'm running into, and maybe I should just let this play out and tick up my score while I'm thinking of how to fix it. Like, there's so much activity going on north of this green circle. And everything has to run along this road, right? Maybe, here's a little thing I can do. And I don't think this is going to make a big difference, but it is a little thing that I can do. What if... No, we still need this connection. Actually, by pointing these pink houses out here, it's going to increase traffic speed on this road a little bit, because these cars aren't going to have to deal with the pinks spawning. And that's actually going to help. So just making that change, yeah. Yeah, look at this. This is actually a little bit better. It's still not great. You've still got cars having to slow down. And I really should pave over this entire island. Listen, bud, I don't ever do this, but the game doesn't ever show me things like this. You have a private island now. You have an island all to yourself. Don't you feel special? All right. You three gentlemen of Verona are going up here and not getting... I think I'm going to put you, actually, up into there. Right so. Because this way, they can support this circle or go that way. An island of concrete. Listen, we're going to pretend that this guy is rich, has a helipad, and gets groceries delivered, okay? This is fine. I got groceries delivered yesterday. I did Instacart for the first time ever. It went kind of fine, and they only fucked up one thing, which I've been led to believe is an above-average Instacart experience. Here, give me 20 more road tiles while we figure out the fuck I'm doing here. I think what the fuck I'm doing here is repositioning everything, because we've got a new yellow guy with which to contend. So what if you swoop out like so, and also whoosh out thusly. What if you were to thus whoosh? Would that work? Yeah, you can go there. You can go there. We'll do us a good old-fashioned thusly whoosh, and you four come into here. Now, the original reason I didn't want you four coming in this way was that you would just run through here, go through the roundabout, and get over to the blue business. But I've decided I don't care about that. It's fine. So I have a nasty habit, and this is a bad habit. I am training myself in a bad way. I understand that, okay? I understand that the thing I'm doing is bad. So don't just tell me this thing I'm doing is bad when I tell you this thing I'm doing. But anyway, I have a, let's be kind to me and not call it crippling, caffeine addiction, right? I very much enjoy caffeine in that it is go-go juice. However, I cannot stand the taste of coffee. Good morning, Byron Mask. Good to see you here. You can go up that way. This blue road makes complete and total sense. What are you talking about? Also, green guy's mad. Stunning. Unsurprising. Unexpected, really. Green guy's mad. Who could have ever foreseen green guys being mad? Oh, good lord, yellow guys. Listen, here. You just pretend you're a roundabout. You're a tiny little roundabout. All the yellow guys in the world live right here now. Here, you know what? You and you point out that away. You're all about the roundabout. You're all about that motorway, okay? You're just all about that motorway. You are not, and that's fine. Where was I going with this? Oh, right. Green guy here. So I have a crippling caffeine addiction, and I don't like coffee. So I get my caffeine in the form of diet soda. Diet Mountain Dew, Coke Zero, that sort of thing. Okay? And yesterday, as is sometimes the case, I ran out of diet soda in the house before I had a chance to go to the grocery store. And by had a chance to go to the grocery store, I mean could muster up the effort to go to the grocery store because I'm lazy. There's no other reason. There's no excuse. I'm just lazy. Additionally, can I just kill this? I really want to kill this road right here, but this road needs to exist so as to spur blue traffic to... Oh, fuck. Man, this is such a problem, this roundabout. Like, this roundabout was a necessary evil, but this road right here is a massive problem. Just a horrible, massive problem road. You know what we can do? Hold on. Hold the phone. I have an idea. What if we take all of these green guys right here? We take all of these green guys right the fuck here. Okay? And they come up here, and they have their own road. They have their own road. And the green road comes up here and down here. And now all 5 of these greens don't have to go through here. They can go somewhere else. Wait, I have greens over here that need attention. Fuck. Alright, listen. You, and you work for me now. Thank you. Foop. And up to there. Great. So I have this horrible caffeine addiction, and I get my caffeine from soda, and it's totally fine. I don't have a problem. I can stop whenever I want. You're not the boss of me. Shut up, Mom. Anyway, I'm kidding. So this is the case, and as is occasionally true, I just run out of soda before I build up the effort to go to the grocery store. So I have occasionally gotten either DoorDash or in this case Instacart to deliver to me some caffeine in the form of a couple 12 packs of Diet Coke or Coke Zero or whatever, and also, just because I got it one time and it became a thing, a little ice cream cookie sandwich. And I realize that I am training myself to run out of soda because the reward for running out of soda is an ice cream cookie sandwich. I realize this. I'm basically just a dog, and this is the most simple Pavlovian experiment ever. And yet, you come up to here, you go into that road, which totally makes sense. All of that makes sense. Why would you suggest that it doesn't? This is all smart and reasonable. Speaking of smart and reasonable, let's take these 2 purple guys and bring them over here. Sure. Yeah. Smart, reasonable, sense-making. Hell, if I stick a traffic light here, it's even a technically functional traffic light. Right against the light, left with it. Yeah, everybody go. This is gonna be fine. So I've been training myself to reward lack of effort in grocery shopping with ice cream cookie sandwiches, which is a bad thing to do, but, you know, it's a thing that I do. And yesterday, I was out of soda, so I ordered from Instacart, first time I've ever gotten Instacart, 2 12 packs of soda, 1 ice cream cookie sandwich, and a completely dead mini Motorways level. This was awful. 590, bottom 40%. I did bad, but I beat Sam. I beat Samurai Sam. Maybe it was great. Maybe everything's perfect. At least you're not ordering 24 ice cream cookie sandwiches and 1 soda. That is true. That is true. I do have that going for me. Here, you come over here. You go to Wordle. No, I did not set up Wordle before the game. I'm bad and lazy. We've established this. It's the framing device for this story I'm poorly telling. Halfly, poorly. Halfly? Is that an adverb? That's sort of an adverb, right? It's adverb-adjacent. Title of the episode, Adverb-Adjacent. Where was I going with this? You come over to here and open that. And we 250 frame dissolve that right over to here. Sorry, 250 millisecond dissolve. A 250 frame dissolve would be... That'd be a long dissolve, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's like 4 seconds and change at 60 FPS. Good lord. It's an awful long dissolve. Anyway, hell, I just said frame a bunch. There we go. Scored in the bottom 4. That's it. I was trying to make a parlor goes to performance anxiety joke, but the best I come up with is performance anxiety, which is bare. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. That's what it is when Chief Junlei drops her wrench anytime Jack Necktie's companion enters the room. That's what performance anxiety is. Anyway. So there's an R and an A in frame. And let me finish my story because I've been halfly poorly telling it again. So I ordered 2 12-packs of Coke Zero and an ice cream cookie sandwich. And I get the little text messages, and Instacart, for whatever reason, maybe because I ordered online instead of downloading their app or whatever, but they sent me like 8 text messages instead of just little pop-ups on their app. So, but anyway, I ordered 2 12ers of soda, I ordered an ice cream cookie sandwich, and they're like, your person picked up your order. Your person checked out. Your person is on the way. Your person will be here shortly. And, I see somebody pull, because I have a window that looks out into the driveway here. So I see someone pull in, and I see someone unload their car, and I hear someone, trundle up the stairs, and I hear someone put some stuff next to my door, and as they're turning around, I do my customary thing, and I just shout, thank you, through the wall, and they go off away, and off they go off into the world to keep doing their poorly compensated gig economy work, and I am the worst person for continuing to perpetuate this after all. All choices are burdens on the individual, and the corporations that set up these structures bear no responsibility for the people who actually use them. Capitalism.txt. But I digress. So I hear the person go off, and I get my fat ass out of my chair, and I go over to my door, and I open my door, and I look down, and I see 3 12-packs of soda and no ice cream cookie sandwich. And this is objectively better. Like, this is a better situation for me because it means I have more soda and less unhealthy ice cream. But also, I look at these 12 packs and I'm like, well, fuck. And now my conditioning is wrong because I cannot even guarantee that I have the stupid little treat that I reward myself with whenever I am too lazy to go to the grocery store, which again is bad conditioning. I am training myself to do bad things. So maybe it's for the best. But also, I really wanted that ice cream cookie sandwich. No, she didn't eat it. She replaced it with a third 12-pack of soda. Anyway, also, must be noted, that chick lugged 3 12-packs of soda up a flight of stairs for my lazy ass. Compensate your gig economy workers better, people. Also, I tipped generously, so shut up. Anyway, there's an R and an A in this word. This story started about Major League Baseball, and I forgot how I got to Instacart, but I've been watching more baseball this year. It's fun. Baseball is an enjoyable pastime. It's almost like a national pastime. Anyway, it could be, I was thinking it could be horror, which is not actually a word. I just have all of this like base level Harry Potter knowledge in the back of my head that I actively avoid busting out, aside from all of the times where it leaks out. It could be rando. Rando's not actually a word, is it? Right? That's just a thing people have been saying. Yeah, rando's not a word. Rando should be a word. Listen. Rando is a synonym for stranger. Rando is totally a word. Wordle. New York Times. thinking rando's not a word. It's awful. What, have you never played Cards Against Humanity? One of the most dangerous players out there is Rando Cardrissian. Where was I going with this? I have absolutely no idea. It can't be barge, because that ends with an E. I can't think of any other word that starts barg. Like, that's just an exclamation. That's not actually anything. It could be Barney, a purple dinosaur who also has qualities similar to those of a hay storage facility. It's not, but I did learn that there's a Y in it. Okay. We're actually learning things here. Which means, well, it can't be yearn, is the thing. Because, like, we already know that A is the third letter, and we already know that there's no N. If the crying, laughing emoji is a word, then rando should be a word. True. At this stage of the game, emoji is a terrible guess, but that just popped into my head. Let's see. I have forgotten all words. Yep. They have just yeeted themselves right out of my head. And it cannot be, like, no. Yeet has 4 letters, and, oh well. Oh boy. It doesn't necessarily have to start with a Y. It could be... I don't know any words that do this. It could be... Amway. It's not Amway. R-A-Y. No, it can't be R-A-Y because we know that A isn't the second word. And what other words start with this other than rayon? Good guess, though, Byron. Let's see. Man, having that Y, but having it not be the last letter is kind of throwing me off here. Rhythm has 6 letters, and also I'm spelling it wrong. Trying to do this at the same time, and nope. The screen just shrunk. I've noticed that Twitch does that. Like, Twitch on web will just take your watch window and condense it. So it's not actually superimposing an ad, but it'll just slap a banner ad at the bottom of your screen. I hate that. And I want it noted for the record, as a streamer, I have no control over that. It's just an annoying thing that our corporate masters at Amazon have decided they want us to do. Thanks, Jeff. Oh, boy. RXXYA? Is there anything that fits? Is there anything that fits those two X's? I don't think so. YXXAR. Yeah, it pretty much has to start with a Y. And the last 2 letters in some combination are either AR or RA. Which... oh boy, y'all. I'm not seeing anything here. I would think that it has to start with a Y, just because what word has, but also, maybe it's AXXYR? Is that anything? No. No, it's got to have a Y like there. Or maybe it's Major League Baseball legend Willie Ibar. That's not actually a word. But Huh. Let's toss out some more letters. Fuck it. That was actually helpful. That was, like, really helpful. So, huh. Oh. Man, that O was so fucking helpful. It was so helpful. I usually I constrain myself to doing it essentially on hard mode, where I have to enter words that could possibly be the word based on what I've seen. But every once in a while, after you've been stuck for a long time, having that flexibility to be like, you know what, fuck it, I just need more information. That's good. And this O came in huge. Although, given the number of times y'all have seen me wear my Evil Regals t-shirt, and also the fact that I was talking about Major League Baseball on this stream, the fact that I didn't see Royal, given, well, there's an R, a Y, and an A, I'm a little annoyed at myself. But still, this O proved immensely helpful. Got it in 4. That's a good Wordle. And that's going to be the end of today's episode. We will be back on Twitch later tonight, 5:30 Eastern Time, as we return to the Outer Worlds. I remember that we're going to go back to the main plot. I don't remember... No, we're not going to the main plot. We're going on a tour. We are going on a tour of the Halcyon Colony. That is the first thing we are going to do tonight. It's a quest that we've heard a lot about, heard many, many good things. We're going to go on a tour of the colony tonight on the Outer Worlds. That'll be 5:30 Eastern. For the folks on YouTube, there will be an episode of the Outer Worlds coming your way 3 o'clock Eastern later today. So, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you come back for that, and have a wonderful day. That's all I got. Goodbye.